everyone. Today I'm going to use this lab to show you how to export data from Google Earth Engine to BigQuery and then use BigQuery to derive more insights. Let's log into Google Cloud. Use this student account. You can copy password. So now you are in the Google Cloud platform. First, we need to enable the Google Earth Engine API. Let's type Google Earth Engine API. We just click Enable. Once you say this disable API, which means this API is enabled. The next step, we need to create a data set in BigQuery. Let's go to BigQuery. So we create this data set so that we can export the data to this BigQuery. Click this 3 dot and create a data set, and we give it a unique name. That's give it a name like Earth, Google Earth to BigQuery. So we can use Earth to BigQuery. And then click Create Data Set. So now you already create data set, and then next we need to goes to the Google Earth Engine. We need to go to another tab and type this one to goes to this, which is code.earth engine google.com. And authorized for existing cloud. Selected that this is the lab project ID. Now you see here. So now this next we need to prepare that the script to identify the flood area. To use that the script provided in the lab to identify that the flooded area, and I will explain to you like generally how to about all those code. So first, this part is to define that an area in this polygon, and then we find that the difference after, before, and also after some specific date, and then we find the difference and use this threshold to identify this different the area, smooth difference area to that, and we use this difference to identify it as like water or flooded area. And then because that water persistent water like river or lake is still there, so we need to remove here is to identify that the lake and the river to remove from the previous image. And then next we export this into vectors, and finally that it goes to export these vectors to BigQuery table. This is BigQuery table. It in this data set we created, and in this table name flooded areas. So let's copy this script into this new script and we can click run. Actually, we'll see some data identified here. So, and then you see the task here. So just this task to export this data. So we create this run and run. Give it a few minutes to export. A few minutes, you see this job finished. You click this one, you see this completed, and you also see the layers here is changed to that blue. You can open your BigQuery from here, or you can go back to this one, and if it goes to BigQuery, you see this flooded areas. This table is over there, and we can preview the data here. So now you already successfully export the vector data from Google Earth to this BigQuery table. Since the data is already in BigQuery table, now we can query this one. So let's just create a query, and then I used the script that from the lab. So it is query data from this flooded areas, and also it join the data from that from public data set. This planet ways. So this data it includes data rows. So by this way, with use this intersect, we can find that all the rows that were impacted by this raining event. Let's run here. So now it finished. Then we can use explore data with that Looker Studio. It has some default information, but you don't need this one. That just click and delete them. You can click, and instead we will add chart. Use the Google map here. Let's use line map and click somewhere here. So the chart configuration, it shows the incomplete. We need to more setup here. Click the setup here, and this one we choose road geometry, and for this one we choose ID here. So now we see it, and let's make it style. Let's choose this one. Right now it is just blue. We want that this flat area make it more noticeable. Let's change it into red. Okay, now we can make it bigger, and we can make it bigger. So once this is done, then we can choose file to download as PDF. Then you can share with others, or you save and share here. So just download. Then you will get PDF. You can send, share with others. So this is what way. Let's call it flat map. So this is how we use that BigQuery to query data from the Google Earth engine by export data from there and use Visual Studio to visualize the BigQuery results. Thanks for watching. So by the way, all that the code and scripts is and also steps are referenced from this lab. So all the credits are owned by this lab, Google Lab. Again, thanks for watching.